do you think Russell Wilson could come in and provide a little bit of stability?
Obviously Russell Wilson, instantly I want to be like, no, get him away. I just think of like Broncos country, right. Let's ride, and like all the goofy stuff and all the stuff that comes along with him off the field and everything like that.
Reed's offense, he's been trying to get back to that vertical stretch game. So, I mean, he does throw the moon ball. So, like I said, players like Xavier Worthy, if you can retain Tyquan Thornton, that could be something that he could take advantage of for a few weeks.
I mean, there are a few reasons of why it does make sense for the Chiefs, right? I mean, he's got the system versatility, right? He's been in a lot of different systems, so I think he could probably come into Andy Reid's new concept and maybe figure that out pretty easily. Be a smoother transition than like a younger backup.
He tends to want to hold the ball too long to create that big play. He's had high sack numbers. I think he had 45 in 2023, 33 in 2024. So I just mean at 37, 38 years old, I think his diminishing mobility just makes him a sitting duck back there, to be honest. Bleacher Reports' Christopher Knox suggested a match for the Chiefs on January the 22nd, and he said it does make a good deal of sense. He explained that Russell Wilson as QB2 would be a great fit, and he labeled Wilson as the Chiefs, his best landing spot in NFL free agency. He goes on to say Wilson is unlikely to find a true starting opportunity this offseason, but he could make sense as a bridge option for the Chiefs. Mahomes is recovering from a torn ACL, and he hasn't really guaranteed he'll be back for week 1, and neither Minshew or Oladokin is under contract for 2026. The Bleacher Report analyst concluded that joining Kansas City might allow Wilson to start a few more games, perhaps be a part of a Chiefs resurgence back in 2026, and calmly shift into the backup phase of his career. Steve, you've been on record saying you don't like Russell Wilson, you don't like him as an option. Are you changing your tone here? Or do you think Russell Wilson could come in and provide a little bit of stability? And we know he likes to throw the deep ball. Maybe this is something that can, help Xavier Worthy get out of a shell a little bit.
I try to give my man right here, Collins, a shot down the field, and he did a great job of crossing the safety's face, and I try to give one of those big old moon balls there.
He definitely loves throwing those moon balls, that's for sure. But I mean, obviously Russell Wilson, instantly I want to be like, no, get him away. I just think of like Broncos country, let's ride, and like
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
All the goofy stuff and all the stuff that comes along with him off the field and everything like that. But I mean, there are a few reasons of why it does make sense for the Chiefs, right? And you mentioned a few of them, but I mean, he's got the system versatility, right? He's been in a lot of different systems. So I think he could probably come into Andy Reid's a new concept and maybe figure that out pretty easily. Be a smoother transition than like a younger backup. Now, I don't know if it'd be smoother than just, trying to get back Gardner Minshew, who's been working with the team right now, but it definitely could be a lot easier than someone, kind of young or raw or whatever. And then he does have the experience is the main thing when I start thinking about it, because if he's going to play that bridge role, if Mahomes can't get back in week 1, you want a guy that has that experience leading and having that leader role in the locker room and on the field. And that's what you have to have as a quarterback, right? And I think that he could excel at that, because it's like I said, he's been in several different places. He's had to adapt. And Russell's had some success in the league, obviously. I mean, he's a Super Bowl champion, right? And, here's the thing, though. It's also risky because, I mean, obviously Russell Wilson's been in kind of a decline. He's not what he used to be. I mean, we saw that in Denver. And, we saw it quite a few times in Denver, right? It was just not the Russell Wilson that you remember from his younger days in Seattle. And also, like I said, he's got this ego, dude. Like, there's some kind of weird thing with Russell Wilson to where I just feel like it's, you think you're going to get that experience and that leader, but also you have to bring in a massive ego and just like some off-field things. Like, he's a popular person off the field. He's always in the headlines. Now, it's obviously been a little quieter since he's kind of disappeared a little bit, but I'm not super opposed to it like I was. I still wouldn't choose that by any means. That would be my first go-to.
Russ has had some success. In 2023, he played 15 games with the Broncos. He had over 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, only 8 picks, 98 passer rating. He had 11 games with the Steelers in 2024, 2,500 yards, 16 TDs to 5 picks, a 96 passer rating. Still pretty high. With the Giants, before he lost his job to Jackson Dart, he played 6 games. He had about 1,000 yards. 3 TDs, 3 interceptions. His passer rating was a little low. I think he could be a good fit for the reasons of his deep ball accuracy still remains pretty strong. I think he led the PFF deep ball grading accuracy in 2024. So not too far removed from that. Reed's offense, he's been trying to get back to that vertical stretch game. So, I mean, he does throw the moon ball. So, like I said, players like Xavier Worthy, if you can retain Tyquan Thornton, that could be something that he could take advantage of for a few weeks. He's got some veteran leadership, like you said, elite preparation. I mean, that's what Brian Daboll said of him in 2025. He's just a guy that's a steadying presence in the QB room. So you've got those. The reasons I think he's a bad fit is he's too boom or bust, it seems. Mahomes has been able to, at times, take that, too high shell and nickel and dime and just move the chains and do things like that. But it seems like Russell struggles a lot with like timing and rhythm in the short passing game as of late. And if he makes a big play, he tends to want to hold the ball too long to create that big play. He's had high sack numbers. I think he had 45 in 2023, 33 in 2024. So I just mean at 37, 38 years old, I think his diminishing mobility just makes him a sitting duck back there, to be honest. And this is a system that requires quick processing, getting rid of the ball. That's when you see Andy's system at his best. You even see that with Chris Oladokun. The next great touchdown is coming, and you can bet on it. All Chiefed Up has teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook, and just because the regular season has ended, it doesn't mean the excitement has to end. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on star player props and in-progress games right as they happen. New customers can even turn $5 into $300 if your bet wins, paid out in bonus bets. So sign up using our promo code ACU. And again, new customers who bet $5 can turn that into $300 if your bet wins, paid out in bonus bets. With DraftKings, the crown is yours. This year, he looked a lot better than Minshew in the limited time Minshew played because Oladokun could get out of the pocket and extend plays.
Run action.
Yeah, good fake.
Yeah, and just trying to seat the ball, trying to have a good sell here to the back. And I think Tracy does a great job. But look at the protection here. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, when you see this protection, the line is doing a tremendous job of giving me enough time. And we're cooking steaks, I always like to say here,
Okay.
But I try to give my man right here, Collins, a shot down the field. And he did a great job of crossing the safety's face, and I try to give one of those big old moon balls there.
So yeah, you guys get down in the comments. Let us know if you think Russell Wilson would be a good fit at QB2, or if we should just go the Minshew route again, or maybe just get somebody else off free agency. Let us know if you think that'd be a good fit, or if it'd just be a waste of time.
If you're watching on YouTube, you know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're trying to get to 60,000 subscribers before this next season kicks off, and we need your help. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed, or at least that's what YouTube tells us. So hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Go Chiefs.